Hello, anyone, everyone, and no one. Welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. And that thing is amazing. I already love that thing. I really love that thing. I haven't got to expanding that yet, but that is definitely something to come. And yes, I've been using this a lot. Actually, I haven't really AFK'd enough at this thing yet, other than to repair my tools constantly, to actually see a lot of profit from it. So it definitely is going to be expanded further over that way. You know, I think last episode I said 1 chunk. I think it is going to go every bit of 2 additional chunks, and it may go back to my original ideal of including a total of 4 chunks. I love this thing. I love this thing. Have I mentioned that I love this thing yet? I don't know if I've had... Well, words are difficult sometimes. I don't know if I have mentioned that I love it, but I love it. Now, I should have a tutorial on this dropping just a couple days after this video. But, what are we going to get into today? Well, that one's a little bit of a, how do I go into this exactly? I've already recorded what we're going to get into today. Now, currently, some of you may be aware, there is this little Ponzi scheme. I use the term loosely, maybe I'm being a little bit rough, of money. You know, everybody and their brother needs to be using money, according to some people. And I'm not down with the money system. I'm not down with just feeding all my diamonds to just a couple of people for a piece of paper. I'm just not down with it at all. So, what are we gonna do then? You know, well, I've hit up a few people, had a few light conversations on what we can do about this money thing. And, yeah, I think maybe some alliances are about to be born in competition. Well, in rebellion of money. So yeah, I had a few talks with some people, and somebody and I decided, you know, maybe it might be in our best interest to do something about this. But before we even got into that, we decided that we needed a form of XP. A form of XP. There's this big thing behind me. But that is not what we got into. We have worked out some deals, but in the desire to find a form of XP, there are quite a lot of spawners on this map, as there are a lot of mine shafts. So, with that, this person and I set out to look and see if we could find a nice combination of spawners that we could use to set up an experience farm. We already got one. But an additional experience farm. A classic one using spawners. So we did just that. So I am going to run over here to my little cubbyhole because I need to let this thing actually get to work for a little bit. I'm going to hide myself right in here, and I guess we're going to cut straight to the footage of what happened. So I hope you enjoy, and I will catch you when it's all done. So, what you doing over here, Foxy? Fancy meeting you over here.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's nothing special over here that we're both happen to be working on today, would there be?
Well, Slack, let me let you in on a little secret.
What's that?
I just happened to have stumbled across these 4 spawners that are very, very close to each other. Now, 3 of them we're already activated, stood here.
I know, this is amazing.
You just happened to stumble across them at the same time.
I know, yeah, I was just over here lighting up my perimeter, and, you know, I may have been saying in one of my earlier videos, I was talking about, you know, I hadn't had one of these yet, you know, no XP farm. I was going to try to smelter arrays, but at the same time, I mean, you can't pass up something like this, can you?
No, absolutely not. At the moment, we have no decent form of XP on this server. We have a really terrible couple of skeleton spawners, and considering that spawners seem to have been pretty much nerfed in 1.10, we really need at least a double or triple to even stand a chance of mending our stuff and getting any XP.
Very true.
I know what furnaces give you XP now, and we could all have a giant kelp farm, but we'd all be completely lagging out the server. And also, we've got to build all that before we can do it.
Yeah, I mean,
spawners are an easy way to...
Well, spawners are early game. We need to do early game stuff too, do we not? I mean, you You can't just rush in straight to the end. In episode 1, build a witch farm. In episode 2, go get elytras. And, you kind of need to step back every now and again and be like...
episode 10 for me.
Oh, man. This is like episode 5 for me?
No, anyway, for those of you not in the loop, for those of you watching thinking, why is Foxy and Slack working together? Because they're not really the dynamic. Normally, Foxy steals whatever Slack does after Slack's put all the work and effort. You would be true thinking that. You would.
It happens quite often. It does happen quite often. I will agree. But
there is some shenanigans going on this server at the moment in the form of the Undead Alliance are forming quite a substantial and, like a force to be reckoned with. Let's put it that way. And Slack and I, believe it or not, do actually share quite a lot of the same values and ideals. And we also have quite a lot of the same ideas going forward for farms and shops and things. So rather than competing against ourselves and the Undead Alliance, we've decided to pretty much, on most things, go 50-50 in terms of business and building and farming.
Yeah, I mean, we're based right next to each other. We're constantly... we may pick on each other all the time and whatnot, but as he said, we do. We share a lot of the same thing. And Foxy, I'm not really going to go into this much. Last episode, I noticed this money ordeal. I am not down for this money ordeal. That's just...
No, me neither. No, I'm not happy about it at all. I wouldn't mind so much if there was a way to trade your money back in for diamonds, or if in fact they were not blatantly stating in their videos that they are going to just pull the wool over our eyes at some point and scam us all out of all of our diamonds. So the fact that they're openly saying it is a long running scam, and the fact that there's no way of turning your money back into diamonds, I'm not down for this, not in the slightest. So
no, we are both in positions to help each other right now. You see, I've got this amazing witch farm that is producing tons upon tons of gunpowder. And do you not have this amazing sugarcane farm in the works right now?
It's good. It's on the go. It's going to be built. At the moment, I have a micro one, but it does pop out. It actually chucks out. You can get a double chest worth of sugarcane from that thing in about 2 minutes, and with obviously a reasonable amount of bone meal. But I have a person on the bone meal for me already, so
I know.
That's not an issue.
I know. I mean, it's... Yes, so we've determined that working together and putting aside our differences, I can forgive stolen villagers, he can forgive trident usage. We won't.
Yeah. Putting our heads together and working as one is going to save us both time and effort, and it also will mean that we can, I reckon, pretty much take on and even outdo the Undead Alliance in a lot of extent, in a lot of places. We can put together a lot of farms, a lot of things that I think will put them out of business.
Oh yeah. I think there is definitely going to be some competition going on here, and I think me and you have a big upper side on this. They like to brag right now that they're selling the cars with the elytras and stuff like that. Well, we're selling the fuel. We can set the prices to what we want. We don't have to go with this money shenanigans. We can set it whatever we want.
And without giving any spoilers away or any too many ideas for the future, we have plans for several products. We have plans for the most unique iron farm you have ever heard of in your life, which doesn't actually involve farming any iron.
Exactly. Super amazing. Just pure genius. What is it you like to say all the time? Expert level 99?
Apparently that's my new thing. Yeah. We've got it, Slack. We've got it sussed. We know what we're doing.
Yeah. I think this is going to work out amazingly well. I don't think the Undead Alliance, they kind of run amok last season. I don't think they have a clue of what's about to happen this season.
No, they got confident. Nobody bothered to stand up against them in the last season. We didn't have time, to be honest. We didn't, we all had our own thing going on. This time, we mean business.
Well, last season, if you really break it down, there was some time travel shenanigans and everything like that. But a lot of the problems between me and you, if you really break it down, what did it hinge upon?
Me stealing your shop.
Yeah, well, I ain't too worried about the shops. What started it all, though? What started it all? Geraldine. And who told you to take the villager?
Well, it's Lloyd. Zoe, as it turned out, told me to take her.
I know.
Yeah.
It's almost like there was a hidden agenda all along. Maybe they seen the potential of what could happen.
They've been manipulating events from day one. Oh, interesting.
All right, Foxy. I think we're just about ready to test, aren't you?
Yeah. It is all now seems to come into place. I'm fairly confident. I think it might be slow when the spiders start kicking in, just because of the speed of them traveling in the water. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of issues on corners that we haven't thought through. But I'm fairly confident, especially this killing mechanism. I think we've got a good thing going on here if they actually do come up the elevator.
Yeah, I know.
We've got lots of room to get them and lots of room to dodge the skeletons.
I know. This is very interesting, and it's always fun doing stuff like this. So let's start real simple. Let's just activate this first one over here by itself. And knock that out. Knock that out. And, of course...
I want to get that torch.
And you would spawn right on top of it. Okay, blocks.
Oh, yeah. Will he come up the hole? That's the question. There's another one coming, so that should hopefully push him along. It has. Is he going to come up? He has. He's there. You can't quite reach. Oh, now there's two of them right at the front. Yep, and you can get it. Oh, nice. Easy.
Oh, wow, you can get them right here. That's amazing. Oh, wow, here comes 4.
Wow, okay. Right, which one's the skeleton spawner? Can you remember?
The one directly above your head.
No, the skeleton is actually able to fight against the water stream, which is interesting.
Well, that's because he's aggroed right now, I think is why.
Yeah, if he couldn't see us, I think it would be a different story.
Yeah, see, like, they instantly see you.
One of the cave spiders has got on the wall near you as well, so these stairs are not really helping us out, actually. There, I think maybe a smooth wall would be better there.
Yeah, it may not work with the cave spiders. That's kind of... Well, that may be because they see us too. I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know. I'm not convinced on that one. Oh, I'm in. Damn, the last place I wanted to be.
Expert. It happens. Break that torch. Oh, no. Leave me alone.
Well, there's a lot in there.
There is a lot in there.
There's a lot of mobs in there. This is promising.
There is a lot quickly.
Whoa. Wow.
Alright, yeah, let me come over there so that, like, nothing can see either of us in the... Oh, I'm in the pit. This is bad. This is bad.
Don't come up the thing. I'm swinging my sword erratically. I'm getting many XP. Oh, they're just constantly shooting up the water stream. It's amazing.
Alright, and I am out.
2, 3 levels. Just hit 10 levels. I was on 7.
Alright, let me see. Alright, where you're standing, though, you're not activating the feather spawner.
Okay, I'll stand here.
Alright, yep, now you're activating them all. Yep. Wouldn't do... I love the glass, but hopefully nobody ever breaks it. Well, this is for our team. This is not for public use.
Yeah, absolutely. We shouldn't let anybody know where it is.
Nope.
Although they'll be able to see the coordinates in the video, but...
They don't have permission.
We'll have to put a sign up. No entry.
No entry.
This is for team whatever Granny T Fierce calls us.
Yes, because we need somebody to pick a team name out there. Pick a team name for us. You know, I think that would be a good idea to let one of the fans actually try to come up with a team name. You know.
I agree. That'd be nice. As long as it's not really dumb.
Yeah, not really dumb.
Sure
not offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be clean. It can't be...
Team Idiot! Woo!
Oh, this thing is working great. You were just non-stop there, just...
Hey, my shovel's finally fixed. I'm in AFK mode now. I'm not even clicking anything. It's amazing. And now my pickaxe is just about fixed. I'm fixing everything. This machine is amazing.
It's non-stop. I'm just sitting here watching.
I can't believe how quick they are coming through. It is really, really ridiculous. I don't think I've ever come across anything like this in Bedrock before. That just is constant. Even a Guardian farm, they don't come through as regularly as this. Well, granted, you get more XP from them.
Yeah, true.
But they don't come through as regular as this. And even like a double blaze spawner, they don't come through as regular than this.
Yeah, I'm really glad that this actually works as a quad. And honestly, setting it up wasn't that bad. We don't have no escapee problems. We got a little bit of a congestion problem down there, but it keeps sorting itself out, you know?
Yeah, they will keep coming through one after the other. The only downside is that they're not getting remotely damaged first. It would be nice if they were one-hit kill.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably asking a little bit too much, to be honest, with that mending thing of yours. And steal this XP that's in the corner there.
Oh, you just stole the XP.
You leave it floating around near me, Slack, it's going to get eaten.
Some people, I know we're doing this forgive and forget thing now. Some people said something about some villagers you took.
Pardon?
Something about in the comments about a village behind me or something that you
What?
Yeah, I know. That's
preposterous, Slack, preposterous.
Oh, never happened.
They're watching the wrong person. They're watching Rogue Fox, not Foxynotail.
Oh. You know, I supposedly had to deal with Rogue Fox. I was trading him rockets for steak.
You need to stop that deal. He's obviously not got your best interest at heart if he's going behind your back stealing your village's Slack. It's just not on. You won't catch me doing things like that.
And I think he might be affiliated with that money group. I don't know. I think he's
money group.
Yeah, I think he's affiliated with the money system.
Ugh, money. I hate money. Hey yo.
you got the escapee. Well, that was a lot of fun with Foxy. A whole lot of fun. We got that quad spawner set up over there, and it looks really good. Now, I would actually jump over there and show you some more with it, but I can't yet. I just can't. Needless to say, there is more involved with that thing coming up in future episodes, so I can't exactly jump back over there to that thing right now. I'm sorry. I know. And, as you may have seen from that, yeah, some of my footage was a little bit, how do I put this, missing? Yeah, missing would be, I guess, the best way to put it. You know, there was a couple times there where I thought I was recording and I actually was not recording. So yeah, there was a little bit of my footage that was missing. But from that footage that was missing, the main thing that was missed out upon was we decided that we are going to group up. We are going to form an alliance, me and Foxy. We are going to stand shoulder to shoulder against the undead alliance. Yes, those people, the things in their Ponzi scheme of money. And one of the things that we talked about was we need a team name. And we are asking you all for this name. You know, we want it to be something good, something creative. Don't make it offensive or anything like that. But yes, we are looking for suggestions because yeah, we can't let this money stuff fly. It just can't happen. Not here. Not at all. But seeing as Foxy and I have put aside our differences, things could potentially go good. We have a lot of things planned. And speaking of things planned and things that have happened, the base of this thing is kind of mapped out now. And you can start to get a little bit of an idea of how massive this thing is going to be. Now, that giant kelp farm, you'll never see that because this is only going to the floor level. Now, I know a lot of you know that. A few of you may not. This would be the inside floor level of the actual witch hut. So, yeah, this thing is every bit going to go up. If I had to put a guess, around 200 blocks at least. At least 200 blocks in the sky. This thing is just going to be ridiculously large. And, yeah, there's going to be tons of room. Tons of room inside for stuff. It's kind of like this thing right here. You know, actually looking at this now, that being the outside wall, wow, there's some serious frame droppage here right now. That being the outside wall, this being the inside wall, you know, technically this could be hidden. I think the ideal is to go with maybe an open floor plan in here and just have the external look like a witch hut. I mean, yeah, that would be a giant cauldron to go over here and everything like that. I mean, everything could go hidden in the walls. It really could. I mean, it could just look like a default witch hut through and through. The only thing is, no, I could actually make that work. It could actually work. That is an interesting question. Do we take everything and hide it? Because that is a viable option. I could literally put all this storage and stuff in this subfloor underneath here. and we could have this thing 100% just appear to be nothing but a witch hut. You would see none of these farms or nothing like that. It could all be underground. And by doing that, actually, now that I really think about that, if this is the AFK, oh wow, words are difficult at times. If this is the AFK area, which would be at about this height, that would actually give us a lot more floor space that we could actually move around and keep the witch farm loaded. That is a viable question. You know what? I'm going to put a poll up on that. And I want to know your opinion. Should we actually make this thing completely 100% look like a witch hut and keep everything base related hidden inside the walls and everything like that? The only thing that I foresee with that being a small problem would be there's just going to be such a void in here that I actually was planning on using. I mean, like, I wanted to put a giant mob farm up here that would just kind of splat down to their death. I don't know where I could do it then with that kind of a change. Because the idea would have been to AFK up in the sky, let them splat down, and I wouldn't have had the witch hut loaded, so I could actually cycle between which farm I wanted to load. That does make things interesting. That really makes things interesting. In that same regard, though, I mean, it's going to pose for some interesting ideals. The witch farm. No, that's the witch farm down there. The mob farm could go in these walls. That's something to ponder. I mean, I would. That's really going to limit me because I wanted that thing to be really big, and if I limit it to inside the walls, is that really going to hurt my space? I mean, that's... I don't know if I like that idea or not now that I really think about it. Because the mob farm's really going to need a lot of room. You know what? We could do the mob farm elsewhere if need be. So yeah, drop your opinion up there. There's going to be a poll up there where I cannot look. Should we actually make this thing look 100% like a witch hut, have everything base related hidden in the walls, in the floors, or should we just make it externally appear to be a witch hut? What do you think? What do you think about that? But, yes, I would like input on that. Your opinion on what it should look like, and a team name. We need a team name moving forward. But I think that's just about where I'm going to wrap up today's episode. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Goodbye!